Oh, hey, David Rollin here. Before you watch this video, I want to invite you to a free online masterclass that my friend Chris Lipe and I are relaunching. This is a near training masterclass. It's awesome for guitar players. You're going to love it. It's free. The link is below. All right, let's get into this video. In today's video, we are talking about creating melodic themes. This is a topic that has been recurrent on the channel. We talked about that quite a few times. Well, today is one of these times with this really cool backing track, and we're gonna take a look at how to come up with memorable themes without having to learn any scales. Grab your guitar. We're gonna get started right after this. Hello, my name is David Rollin. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping guitar players around the world develop their musical personality on the instrument. Today's backing track is in the key of E major, E Ionian, although that's completely irrelevant for what we're doing today, as you'll see. However, this backing track is available for free, and you can download that by simply going to the link that is below. And not only can you download this backing track, but you can also access all the videos on the channel. I started doing that in 2019. Just sign up once, it's completely free. You can watch the video, download any backing track that I'm using, see the charts. It's just a great way to study all the content on the channel. Okay, so what are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about a formula that I talked to you about previously on the channel. We're going to dive in a little bit more today with this formula. The formula is L.O.V.E. That's the acronym, L-O-V-E. L is for lyrical, O is for obvious, V is for visual, and E is for expandable. All right, so we're not going to cover the four. We're going to touch on them briefly, but hopefully you'll see the method here. The first thing that we're going to do is listen to this track without the guitar. Yes, this is a new guitar. I know. I'll tell you about it in a minute. It's a Vola new model. But anyways, that's for later. For now, we're going to put this Vola down. Stay there. And we're going to listen to the track. That's the very first step that we're going to do. In the room, it's kind of loud, so I don't want it to bleed in the microphone because I want to talk over it. Here we go. That's our track. So remember, the formula is L.O.V.E, right? L-O-V-E. L is for lyrical, and that's really what we're going to start with. We're going to start with lyrics. They don't need to mean anything. It doesn't really matter. But a sentence. I don't know, huh? You tell me. My sentences are always cheesy, but that's good. The cheesier, the better. The C is wide and deep. It is. Let's try that. The C is wide and deep. You're just rapping over, like a really lame rapper. Is wide and deep. We're just going to concentrate on the first section of the track. C is wide and deep. The C is wide and deep. Okay, repetition. The C is wide and deep. That's good. The C is wide and deep. Okay, all together. 3, 4. The C. No, that's for the lyrical aspect. Okay, so we have the lyrics. Why would we do that? Well, because with the lyrics, we can go to the next letter, O. Lyrical, obvious. What does that mean? Well, that means that once you have those lyrics, notice that I don't have the guitar in my hand, right? Because if I did, I'd start thinking like a guitar player. It's really important. I tell students all the time, find something without your guitar in your hand and you'll find something that's going to last. Nobody does it. You all have your guitar. No, don't have it. Okay, the next step is obvious. So obvious, what does that mean? Well, it's the thing that you would hum in the shower. Okay, the first thing that comes to mind is often the best one. Now, yes, it probably will be kind of lame and cheesy and embarrassing, but that's okay because those are the things you can remember. It's easier to remember something simple than something complex. So the C is wide and deep. C is wide and deep. The C is wide. Can I repeat that? Yeah, that's good. Deep. The C is wide and Yeah, okay, that's pretty obvious. The sea is wide and deep. I don't like that last deep, deep. The sea is wide. Okay, so I'm gonna land on deep, da 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 bum, instead of ba da ba da ba. I'll save that for later. The sea is wide and deep. The sea is wide and deep. A little different. The sea is wide and deep. Okay, great. So we got the lyrical, the obvious. V is for visual. Visual. Well, visual means several things. It means it's a mental visualization. La da 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 dum, da 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 dum. Those two sentences are very similar, right? If I had to draw a line, the sea is wide and deep. The deep is like, let's say here. So we got this. The sea is wide and deep. The sea is wide and deep. That deep on the second sentence is a little higher. Deep. So you're making those mental connections, which will help when you grab your instrument, which is right now. All right. So let's grab this. This is the new Vola. What's the model? Oh my gosh. I can't remember. It's the green one. No, it's not. I mean, it is green, but I just had it up. I'm so bad with names. It's the Luna. I'm sorry. I had to look it up. This is the Luna, a Vola Luna, and it's a very thin neck compared to the other models that I have, like my Oz guitar. I'll make a review at some point. Okay, the sea is wide and deep. The sea is wide and deep. Now, we've got this visual aspect. We're going to bring the visual to the instrument. So that's where's my pick? Here it is. The visual thing and the exploration comes into the pictures. So you might have to search a little bit here. Da, 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 da. The first note is ba, ba. So pick a note, any. Ba, but no, ba, no, ba, ba. Yeah. Da, ba, ba. Let's fish around. Yeah. So the fishing around here can be sped up drastically if you know your intervals, right? At the beginning of this video, you may have seen an invitation to join like a free masterclass online, which will teach you about ear training. Do that after this video. It really, really helps. But that's what we're doing here. We're searching around. So once you did that, you have an area of the fretboard. The sea is wide and deep. Okay. Oops, sorry. Now this is not the only way we could play this, right? We could play this in another area of the fretboard because you play the same string, the same pitch on multiple strings, multiple frets, and that's important to know that. Now this process can be sped up drastically if you know your intervals and if you have a good ear. And that's why the bumper of this video, you should have seen an invitation to join a free masterclass. Do that after this video. It really does help speed up the process. It's free. But eventually you will have that theme on the instrument. And you will tie to it to different intervals, which will help your improvisation later on. And then you can find this idea somewhere else on the fretboard too, because remember, sometimes you can play the same idea in multiple areas of the fretboard. In a nutshell, the closer you are to your neck, the brighter the sound, even if it's the same pitch. So I could play this first pitch, the sea is wide, the of the sentence. Right now I'm playing it on the 5th string, 2nd fret. It's kind of bright, which is okay. I could play that on the 6th string, 7th fret, same pitch. But you hear how the note that is closest to the neck is a little brighter, right? Just keep that in mind. It helps sometimes. Okay, so we've got our theme, and visually we see an area of the fretboard being mapped out. So I'm going to play that over the instrument, and then we're going to look at the last letter of the L.O.V.E formula, which is the E, and we'll talk about it after. So I'm going to play this over the track. I'm going to make sure that I have a count because our theme, the sea is wide and deep, is actually starting right with that first chord. So let's give that a try. that last part there, that was not in what I was singing. It's because I was using the E part of the L.O.V.E formula: lyrical, obvious, visual, and expandable. Expandable is the last step, and expandable means that you can take that idea and expand on it, grow it. And by growing it, I mean that you're not cloning it exactly. You're taking snippets of the idea and expanding on it. So if we go back to lyrical, the C is wide and deep. Expanding on this might be taking a few words from the C is wide and deep and making a new sentence. The sea is wide and deep, deep it is. It's so lame, but on the instrument, it's not as lame. So it might be something like this. The sea is wide and deep. Yes, it is. Something like that, right? So if I just play it. And then think about different ways to sing that. I could say it excited. The sea is wide and deep. Or the sea is wide and deep. All those things. Bring out the actor in you as you are developing that musicality. And that's how I think you can come up with very interesting themes that are going to stand the test of time. And when I say theme, I'm talking also about solos, right? We're on guitar. Think melodically, think simple, expand on it, and the listeners are going to remember, right? Do you remember what I was playing? If not, well, it was a bad theme, but you probably, da 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 da. If I play this, kind of hear it, right? It's wide and deep. Here it is. And then blend to that your guitar things. When I say guitar thing, I mean licks and things like that, right? All right, so that's what I have for you today. Make sure you sign up to that free class for ear training, which really does help. It's free. It's an email series of lessons that my friend Chris Lipe and I came up with, a series of exercises and things like that. We launched that last year. It's available again today. Sign up, it's free. And yeah, remember L.O.V.E, L-O.V.E, lyrical, obvious, visual, expandable. This is something I made up. I don't know where I pulled it from, but it works. All right, if this is your first visit, thank you so much for stopping by. Consider subscribing. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a new video like this one comes out, helping guitar players around the world find their unique voice on the instrument to tell their own personal musical story. I don't know if you heard that. In the middle of the lesson, someone texted, and it's my wife. She asked me if I made new coffee. She drinks decaf. I drink regular, as you can probably tell in this video. I'll see you next time. Practice well.